This is a reaction video, my first time watching it. And the name of the video is Pushpa I Beta Ye Mary Auto video. I really can't pronounce this. But yeah, this is my first time watching it, so let's see what we got here. 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Okay, first thing I want to say is, wow, I like how they choreographed the drums. A lot of fast editing right here. The color schemes are decent. I think some of the guys back here could have a different color palette, but I do like how they choreographed those drums right at the beginning. ये मेरा शहर, ये मेरी डगर, सर पे ये आकाश मेरा है घर. मैं ही गलत, हाँ मैं ही सही, मैं ही फैसला हूँ, मैं ही खाता वही. Okay, I'll just want to say is I do like the dance choreography going on, but yeah, I think with the slowness of the music, that what was going on in the background with the explosions was a little off. But you know, the dancing is pretty good. Again, a little bit more on the color palette. I think they could have tone that in a little bit different. Let's continue. ऐसा है कौन यहाँ मुझसे जो जीत सके है कोई जो तू हो मैं हूँ मुझसे बड़ा कोई है इस जहाँ में अगर वो कोई भी कल का मैं हूँ मूंछों पे धार रहे हाथ में कुल्हाड़ रहे युद्ध की पुकार रहे करता ना समझौता ए बिड्डा ये मेरा अड्डा Alright, I think that freeze frame right there was pretty cool. The way they did that and the way the editor segmented that and holding him up, you know, double framing it, almost like it was his double twin. That's actually a pretty, hard thing to do in cinematography and with editing. Most actors or most people use actual twins. So, if he has a twin to do that, that'd be great. I'd like to know exactly how they did that. That would be pretty cool. I don't know the mechanics. Did they use mirrors or was there some other type of split framing going on there? I would be interested to find that out. The freeze framing, I actually really liked how that was done, how everything was just kind of floating right there. The jump screen over to the dance choreography, again, that didn't fit right with it. There was something missing there. There's really something just missing in that, Let's continue and see what else we got here. मैं मछली पे लौटूंगा बच्चा मैं मारूंगा मैं झंडे सा लहरूंगा तुझे मिट्टी में बच्चू मिला दूं अगर कीमती खनिज बन के मिट्टी से मिल जाऊंगा. Okay, again, going with that whole doubling himself and stuff. Is that mirror work? How is he doing that? What type of theatrics are they using within the videography or the editing to create that? I think that's really cool. At the same time, a little bit overdone. You're already getting the idea that he's cool and that he's rich and, he's got all this and stuff. But yet, why does he need to be in multiple spots like that? I'm kind of not getting it. If I could understand the lyrics, I might get it more. But I'm not understanding that part at all. Okay, just a thought here, real quick. Have you ever seen the TV show Paparazzi? It kind of reminds me of that, of an Indian version of Paparazzi and music version. Um, he's bringing all the riches and bringing it to his friends and hanging out with everybody and being the popular guy, the center of attention. That's what kind of this scene here reminds me of. I like the camera angles of how they're down low, below them, making them seem more powerful and, more popular. These wide shots really work and decent. And I also like, this scene right here where the trucks are coming in, kind of like bringing the food to the masses, feeding the people, thinking of everybody. I like that. Real quick, when you see them empty like that, it makes you think, well, is it just more for him traveling or for like a gypsy lifestyle? He's a entertainer. He's a musician, traveler, bringing happiness and riches to the people. And part of that richness is music and entertainment. Okay. This is a second reaction video to Balaji, Le Jour de Presse. I don't speak the language again, but we'll see what we got here with this video. And so far, I'm liking the theme. Old-fashioned, maybe 30s or 40s. That's kind of cool. Where's my play button? Right here. Here we go.
Le jour d'après, 1er juillet, promesse le lendemain, promesse de l'aube d'un état souverain où le sol se dérobe entre milices et rebelles, pillage et recèle, peuple que l'on déplace comme des cheptels, de parcelle en parcelle, gouvernance en tutelle, état de droit essentiel, à nos ethnies unies au pluriel, effet papillon, effet tampon, car ici on change leur emblème, la révolution au bout du vote.
So I like the feel of the music. It's got a really good feel to it. I like his vocals. They actually have a nice flow to it. This scene that I stopped right here, I like the lighting. I like the ambience in here. This is a really neat ambience. The old world flavor, and, whatever country this is in, I really like how they framed this up for their video. Very nicely done, just on the onset of it.
Force du nombre est l'antidote pour changer la dette en dot. Autant de droits que de devoirs, plus de points de convergence que de différences, et oublier l'État-providence. Indépendance, Taï Moya Joulaï, Saï Messi Mama.
Very simple editing. Very simple framing. I like to use the characters in the video. They're not all flashy or, high profile. You got elderly people in here. You got some young people. You got some middle-aged people. All different spectrum of age. And then on top of that, you got this just old bar, this old setting. I love it. It's really cool. love that. I love how the unimpressed young lady and older gentleman, a whole generations apart, and they're both just sitting there going, I'm not that impressed. But then you got the shadow effect of the dancers there, and giving it a whole different vibe and feel to it. I like that. That was kind of a cool visual effect there. And then I like this 3-person widescreen, actually more of a close-up here. This is kind of neat how they're just sitting there looking at one another and enjoying the show from afar. The background's really nice. Pause it real there. Think about jazz bars or jazz places in New Orleans or somewhere down in Georgia, North Carolina along the beach. That's kind of, or a blues place. That's kind of the feel I get from this. Very bluesy.
J'ai repris cette chanson fédératrice, symbole de la crédulité des prémices, entre indépendance et armistice. Mais pour que nos démocraties progressent, faut qu'elles apprennent de leurs erreurs de jeunesse. Mon pays est un continent émergent, bâti en moins de 50 ans.
So just before the video ends, you get a sense of home here, a sense of home and just enjoyment and being at peace right in your surroundings. And with the music going, they all just kind of know where they're at and they're happy being there. And it's got that. You remember the old cameras, the 8mm cameras and the old video cameras in the 90s and stuff? The whole spectrum, the way it's filmed, it has that old-fashioned camera feel, something I actually like. Some of my own YouTube videos, I try to kind of give that old grainy feeling to the look. That was fun. I like that. That was fun. Alright, we're going to be doing another reaction video here. Now, these videos are going to be back to back, and this is my first time viewing it, so let's see what we got. Ed Maverick. Okay, let's just stop right there. This first opening scene. Kind of solemn. He seems happy to see her, but at the same time confused. And same with her. Kind of happy, but at the same time, like, why am I here? Even though she's in a very nice white dress, almost like a wedding dress. He's in a very nice shirt. It's kind of interesting right there. Let's continue.
Si mejor me voy. Tus besos.
Okay, that was an interesting shot right there. Kind of a throw off. She starts real close to him, looking up, and then as she turns around, they're further apart. Kind of a throw off right there with the way they edited that together. But also, it kind of sets the scene of what I just said a minute ago, where it's almost like they're confused as to why they're there, but they're happy to see one another, but not happy.
Dicen que tú sí me quieres, pero tus palabras y al chile yo hasta moriría por ti, pero dices que no. No eres directa, neta, ya me estás cansando, sé concreta, por favor. Y en la noche que las estrellas salen, yo pienso en ti, mi amor. hiciste de mi cabeza no sales.
So the way they cut that scene just a minute ago to where he tries to hug her, then not, it flips to her hugging him, almost like she's a ghost, and like she's stuck there, and he's serenading her.
No lo digo por mamón, si me dices para ti que soy, no dudaré en hacerte tan feliz, eres especial para mí, dime por qué me haces sufrir, yo te olvidaré desde las fuentes de Ortiz. Soy inseguro cuando dices que me quieres porque creo que no. Redondito en tu trampa, amor. Y ya dime si tú me quieres, por favor. Y he sufrido y me he empedado.
So this here almost gives me like a dreamscape feeling, more like, this is what he's hoping would happen or is dreaming would happen, and is serenading to that. Or more past memory, kind of like he's remembering these things, and this is more of the ghost of her that he's, longing for.
Tanto por tu amor, y en la noche que las estrellas salen, yo pienso en ti, mi amor, que me hiciste de mi cabeza no sales, y no lo digo por mamón, si me dices para ti que soy, no dudaré en hacerte tan feliz, eres especial para mí, dime por qué me haces sufrir, yo te olvidaré desde las fuentes de Ortiz.
That's an interesting setting right there with the sands behind him blowing off to the side, kind of like the sands of time, where he's missing her. And it's been such a long time since he's seen her. It's a great visual right there. I don't speak the language. I don't know really in what context he's singing, and as far as the words are concerned, but just that visual there tells me sands of time, and I'm longing for you, I'm missing for you. And again here, this black and white, that tells me, longing, missing, memories. That's interesting how they played that from Sands of Time into a black and white scene. Interesting, very interesting. I think at the beginning it was more like, you can't hold me. You can only have me hold the memory of me hold you, and then here at the end, it's my memory will hold each other. Our memories will always hold each other. And kind of interesting end right there. So we have one more video to do. So let me get this loaded up real quick. I'm gonna pause this. Okay, we're loaded up and ready to play the second video. And let's see what else he's got here. Same artist, and see what the theme is. So right away it starts up with the ending of the last video. It starts up here with them holding each other, but now her walking away. And this here, just the way it's positioned, even though it's down low, looking up the nostrils, it kind of gives a solemn feel to it. Like, don't leave, don't walk away.
piensas tú? Me dijiste ayer, muy cero romántico. Tienes que entender, no soy un güey básico.
So that transition right to this point right here, from the black and white, him holding her, she walks away, and then he starts to follow her, and it goes into color. It's almost like that was the memory of her, and now he's looking for her again. Of course, I haven't seen the rest of the video, but it's kind of the feeling I get from this. It's kind of the memory going away. And now he's back in the present, searching where she might be at, or any remnants of her.
Aunque no te culpo, hay veces en que ni siquiera yo me entiendo. Quiero que sigamos a...
Okay, now I get more of a cat and mouse game with this, where it seems like she's just kind of has him chasing over areas after her, and he's wanting to be with her, but yet she's unsure and running away from that feeling.
Aturrándonos la vida de recuerdos. Quiero que me digas que me quieres y que me vas a extrañar. Mames, no me mires a los ojos que me vas a hacer llorar. Dime que esta no será la última vez que te voy a abrazar. Que todo fuera mentira y de chingazo despertar.
A lot of desperation in his voice there, the way he emphasized those words. And I kind of get a feeling with the whole black and white transition, again, it's, not being able to catch her, not being able to quite hold her.
Quisiera que todo fuera mentira y de chingazo despertar. Un día más, una vez más, en tus brazos yo me quiero acurrucar. Un día más, una vez más, en tus brazos yo me quiero acurrucar. Un día más, una vez más. Yo me quiero acurrucar un día más, una vez más. En tus brazos yo me quiero acurrucar.
Very interesting. I think, it's all about, him wanting to be with her. And there's some of the black and white, now I think back on it, it kind of tells me that he's wanting to see things in a certain way, but it's not always so black and white, and that's simple. And chasing after the one that you love, wanting to hold her. Very interesting. Very, that whole last scene there of her walking away kind of still reinforces somewhat I was feeling with this. and that she might be more of a ghost or a memory, and that he's just trying to hold on to something by being there. And the black and white is, life is not always as black and white or as simple as it may seem, and he has to let go. That's why she's walking away at the end. He has to just let go. But he can't. Somewhere in him, he can't. It's always going to be a vivid color memory to him. So, yeah, that's my view on those two videos right there. I hope you enjoyed that, and that's it.